feel I may have just made a bad mistake. You remember I told you I had to pull back forward? Well, I had to hook my airline up to pull forward and make her good on the ramp. I just went to pull out from underneath the trailer. Guess what I forgot to unhook? Well, if we're getting the steps out here, that can only mean one thing. That I need both hands is what it means. Come on, German, they've all been waiting for you. There you go. Walk this way. Yeah, that's right, guys. The German is back with us. Welcome to Trucking with Schmidt. How are you great and beautiful people doing today? Come on, Opie. Our choices are mud, ice, snow, or I can walk you up into that, where are you going? Let's go up here. Try this. That's too deep for you. He doesn't like to walk in the deep snow. We're gonna have to walk in a little bit of mud here to get to this. Stay on top of the snow. Stay on top. Come on. Oh, jeez. Come on. It's a little slippery. Yeah. Keep coming. We gotta get up the hill. All right, there you go. We're on top of the hill now. That's our choices. Mud, ice, or we did find some grass here, I guess, so. Okay, we're in Sioux City, Iowa. We're doing the exact same thing as we do all the time. We're running from Sioux City down to Topeka, Kansas. We're loaded up with, what was it, 41,000 pounds of liver. Pretty sure. I'll let you know when we get back in the truck. For some reason, Kurt doesn't check before he gets on camera. Holy smokes, everything is sloppy. Our temperature right now, 40 degrees. February and 40 degrees. That is insanity. Not near as insanity as what's coming though. Looked at our future forecast. We have 40 degrees and windy for the next 2 days, and then it goes into 50. It's like right now the wind's out of the northwest, and that's what's keeping it at 40. But after that, up here, it will be 50 degrees for 6 days straight. It's amazing, it truly is, but everything is sloppy. Everything. This lot right now we're looking at, it's a giant mud mess. I fear when we get down to Topeka what it's going to look like. That's just going to be nasty. Alright, so we're going to try to go through some deep snow because we're going downhill. And I'm going to try to do it without falling. I got my cowboys back. I got my cowboy boots back from being stretched. So that is a plus. We're just going to keep the camera rolling. So if I do fall, I don't know. Doing all right? You staying on top of the snow? You just sank. Don't run. We're trying to avoid mud. I did tell you guys wrong. You know, in my past videos, when I tell you guys that we have like pork lungs or pork liver on board, or get some comments that say, oh yeah, we eat that all the time. I think I have one from Germany that said they eat that with something else. There was a couple more that said, yeah, we eat that. I got one for you. We're loaded up with 41,000 pounds of pork lungs. There's a challenge for you. Any of you ever eat that? Ooh. That goes into dog food here in the States. I don't know if any of you guys eat that from anywhere else, but ooh, that's nasty. Alright, we made it to the truck. The goal today is to stop and get the truck washed at some point in this video. If we wash it on the way down there, we're just going to get slopped up and muddy once we get down there. If we wash it on the way back home, we're going to get slopped up and muddy when we get here to the yard. So we got to decide on which one's worse. And I think down there is a little worse, so I think we're going to wash it on the way back up. Just in case you missed him, there he is. They missed you, Opie. A lot of comments. Where's Opie? Where's Opie? I gotta tell you, other than that truck trying to come over a little bit sooner than what I wanted him to, this is turning out to be an awesome night of trucking. There's no fog, there's no rain. Temperatures for this time of the year are optimal. It's just a great night of trucking. Now granted, I wish it wasn't the graveyard shift. I'm trying to get off the graveyard shift, but here we are. We're still on the graveyard shift. He's over there doing his business. We're in Auburn, Nebraska. Look at all this grass. We were just here, what, 3 days ago? And this was all covered in snow. You guys have gotten some very nice warm weather here. Doesn't it feel good, Ope? Stretch out. There we go. Not much mud. Yeah, it is muddy, but more grass than mud. We're doing great. We have talked about the graveyard shift so many times on this video or on these videos, but sometimes I get to the point to where, well, I don't have anything to say, so a lot of times I will talk about the same thing we've talked about already. I had to make sure I hit record. If you guys have a husband, wife, or even your kids that have worked the graveyard shift, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, the graveyard shift is when you are done with your day, when everyone else is starting their day. That gets kind of tough, especially when you go home. Usually when I get home, I can time it right to where I'm almost a zombie. So when I get home, I will try to go to bed when everyone else goes to bed. This weekend I couldn't pull it off. Boy, I caught myself sleeping. Well, both days I caught myself sleeping until 11 o'clock, almost noon. You can't do that. It's your days off, man. You need to be up running around with the family and doing things and trying not to sleep in. Give me some rollerblades. I could conquer that what is that called? A skate park? I could do it. Rollerblades. It's probably used for skateboards. A lot of people don't even know what rollerblades are. I remember when rollerblades first came out. They were so cool. Me and a buddy of mine, man, we got rollerblades. I rollerbladed around town. I was cool and not a dork. Yeah, who we kidding? I was a dork. I was a big time dork. We are desperately enjoying this grass. You done? All right, man, we can be done. Poor old boy. Your days are kind of numbered, aren't they? I think you kind of, I don't know. You took that week off and having some troubles getting in those steps, aren't you? It's that last step. I want to talk about it. I understand. I had to get back in and pull the truck ahead. And I backed up level, or even I guess you'd say, with this trailer to our right over here. I was thinking, how is that possible? Last time I checked, the drop pad, it's a narrow piece of concrete that runs through the mud where you can drop your trailer on, was pretty straight right here. Then I glanced over. And I know it doesn't look like much on the camera, but we're sunk in there pretty good. I guess he's pretty lucky that it was an empty trailer, or that would be sinking all the way through. I actually originally thought we were stuck when we were backing in here. I got down into that little hole right there and the truck kind of spun a little bit, and I'm thinking, well, this is great. I'm gonna get stuck in a parking lot where I drop my trailer off when I'm supposed to be an interstate truck. So no fancy camera angles. We've made it to Topeka. There's just too much mud to try finding a place to put the camera on the truck or even the trailer next to us. It's getting pretty nasty down here. I keep saying that every time we come down. It's getting nasty, it's getting nasty. Now we're to the point where I'm starting to sink. I feel I may have just made a bad mistake. You remember I told you I had to pull back forward? Well, I had to hook my airline up to pull forward and make her good on the ramp. I just went to pull out from underneath the trailer. Guess what I forgot to unhook? Well, I broke my pogo stick. Let's see here. Broke my power line. That's right here. All because of the I'll pull over here to the concrete, and well, we get to start rewiring things, straightening things up. Try to get out of here without getting stuck's the goal. Nah, you ain't getting out, big boy. I'm just grabbing my wiring bag here. I'm gonna be a little bit, I can't let you out here though, okay? I do apologize. Well, I gotta walk back over here. I threw the plug in out of rage. I gotta find out where I threw it to. Lucia. Gotta control the anger, control the hatred. There you are. And I ran it over. Oh, I think it's still straight though. I don't know. Let's go see. Love my job. I love my job. I love my job. Well, that's what's left of my favorite tripod. That's busted up. You know what? Screw it. I'm done. busted that clean off. I'm done. I'm going to wrap my cords up. If they want to get their trailer out of that mud hole, they can come down and get it themselves. We're gonna wrap my cords up, start heading for the home. Or fix this shit. 300 miles north. The plug-in, I don't have a spare one of these. The other one is toast. Not because it's toast, as in I ran it over or anything. It's toast because I don't have a spare one. When I bought this, was all one assembly. And when you switch them over, you got to have screws to tighten them in. Well, since this came all stock, or you know, all as one setup, they were just pressed in. So you need a new one that has the set screws that hold the cords in. I don't have one. I thought I did. I have one for the truck, but not a pigtail that goes into the trailer. You gotta pull your big boy pants up and quit being a little crybaby, Schmidt. Do the job that you chose to do from start to finish. You chose to do it. You ran into a little hiccup. You need to complete said job. Completing said job would be a lot easier if screws were not froze in. I better grab the package too. Yeah. The old style used to be an Allen wrench right there where my thumb is at. It's a Phillips head now. And they put Loctite on it. It's not supposed to be in there that tight. So, back in we go. It's not 40 degrees anymore either. It's cooled down a little bit. It's alright. We're going to go back in, take this back, grab another one. Make sure that screw's not froze up in there. And we'll change this out. You see here, that little screw, that copper screw, that's what I was talking about earlier. You can shove the wire into that hole and you tighten that screw up and it holds it into the actual harness itself. The plug-in before that came off the truck did not have those screws on it. Step one is complete. That is fixed. Alright, so this load bar is no more. You know, maybe if it wasn't here, maybe I would have caught it in time, but no. This came back bent, which is no big deal other than it looks foolish. I'm going to try to bend that back. I doubt if I can, but we're going to have to pick one of those up at the truck stop, or at, not a truck stop, a shop. Oh yeah, when we left, we added a new layer of mud on the truck. Isn't that so sexy? Alright, the hardest part to this whole process is why can I not figure out how to braid? Sarah braided all this for me because these just come as solid lines. She braided that. How can I not figure out how to braid? I've taken this off, moved it, and I've tried braiding this right here. So pulled straight. Oh yeah, I found those lad hands when I was trying to find the plug-in. So I figured out what better time to throw those on. But yeah, I can't braid it. As for this, I just took all the screws out and put the bend towards the sleeper. Any chances I'll actually replace that, or I'll just leave it there for years to come? I'd go with the latter. What's that phrase you guys are always telling me? Dirty hands means clean money. I think I'd be okay with some dirty money every once in a while. I think I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty confident I'd be okay with some dirty money. It doesn't all have to be dirty. Well, aren't you big? Yeah, you're new. It's easy to keep new looking good. It's still kind of sexy. Alright, let's clean our hands up. Put the German run around. Then finish the job that we set out to accomplish. That's because I know some of you moms were concerned on if I was going to clean up my mess after I made a mess. The nose up. Opie, we didn't get out of the truck to stand and sniff. We got out of the truck to walk around. Let's go. That's right. Follow me. Good puppy. Follow me. Follow me. Dad, leave me be. I know. I'll leave you alone. But nose needs to be up. Well, now one thing to remember is this whole fiasco is 100% my fault. Because I didn't unhook. I just threw a little temper tantrum because of the mud. Kind of throwing a lot of temper tantrums here lately. Before you say, well, Schmidt, it is that time of year, things are going to be muddy. No, no. We are dealing with a multi-billion-dollar company here. Yes, billion. Million at least, but I'd say billion, but probably million. They can afford rock. You know what the screwy part is? Back to the whole working the graveyard part. This load was supposed to be ready yesterday, and it wasn't, but I was home, so I was like, we're all good. I'm not too worried. So then it was supposed to be ready at 11 o'clock a.m. And I'm thinking, all right, we can make this work. 11 o'clock came and gone. So then I figured, well, it's got to be ready by at least noon, 1 o'clock. So I loaded the truck all up, and I went to Sloan, 20 miles from home. Topped the tanks off. I'm sitting there. I sent a text out to the travel agent. Any word on the trailer? He said it's not even in the door yet. Something you guys seen when we left. Trying to work with our backup tripod here. It doesn't go as smooth. You got to get used to things, and it's just going to be that way till I can repair our old tripod. We are in Council Bluffs, Iowa right now, and we've dropped our trailer off over in a parking spot over here at Sapp Brothers. We're going to spin over here to the beacon. The truck is just dirty enough that I don't even want a trailer on the back of it when they wash it up. Gives them more room to get into all the nick and crannies. I'm not expecting miracles though. I am bringing them one heck of a filthy truck. It usually takes them 1 or 2 washes, or at least 2 washes to get her nice and clean. So we're going to go bye-bye. We're going to go over here, get in line to get washed up. I'm not the only one who had this idea. If we would have gotten here 3 hours sooner, which was the plan, we wouldn't have had any issues because everybody'd still been sleeping. But now all you normal people are awake. You're light enough. Stay on top of it. Don't fall through like I did. It's a good drift. There you go. How dare anyone say you're hefty? You walked right on top of that snow. You're light as a feather, Opie. Light as a feather. I know I am, Dad. Thank you. All right, well, that's it. Good morning and good night. Thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it. You guys, you stay safe. But if you like this video, please subscribe. I truly do appreciate each and one of those too. It's cold. It cooled down a little bit. I was having hot flashes all the way up here from Topeka, so I kind of thought we were going to shut the truck down, but I'm chilly.